Okay. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the public meeting for the Philadelphia Commission on Human Relations. My name is Kia Gee, and I am the Executive Director. I am going to turn the meeting over to our Chair, Commissioner Shalimar Thomas.
Thank you, Kia. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Philadelphia Commission on Human Relations public session taking place today, Friday, August 18th, 2023. Can we start the meeting with the approval of meeting minutes? Are there any corrections? All right, hearing no corrections, I move that the minutes, just make sure every time I see the square shift, I just want to make sure I don't miss anything. No corrections noted. I move that we accept the minutes and they are submitted into the record. The next step are the cases recommended for closing. I will ask for recusals after I read the cases. All right, the cases recommended for closing for the month of August 2023 are as follows. Under employment, we have Tamika McDonald versus Landry's Restaurants Incorporated, doing business as Chart House. Tiffany Seaman versus City of Philadelphia. Jarek Brockington versus United Airlines. Nakia T. Baker versus Resources for Human Development Incorporated. Natasha Scott versus British Airways. Kevin J. Cochran versus Brown ShopRite. Rachel Jean E. Lutz versus School District of Philadelphia. Angela Hill versus BNY Investment Management Services, LLC. And under public accommodation, we have Arthur W. Nash versus Target Corporation. Are there any recusals?
Commissioner Thomas, I need to recuse from the Brown ShopRite case.
Thank you. Recusal has been noted. Any other recusals? Okay, sounds good. The recusals have been noted. Can I have a motion to accept the cases? I see Commissioner Zulfikar made the motion, and I also saw Commissioner Austin hands go up. I'll accept that as the second. All in favor? Great. The cases for the month of August have been accepted, and with that, I turn the meeting over, meeting back over to our Executive Director, Kia.
Thank you, Commissioner Thomas. Okay, so just for the benefit of our public members, I will be reading through our report for the month. If you have any questions or comments, you can make those at the end. I will allow that. And again, welcome to our members of the public. So a few updates to share today. First, I want to start out by saying kudos to Deputy Director Pamela Gwaltney and the entire compliance team for securing over $32,000 for complainants for this month. So thank you all for your hard work resolving those complaints. In terms of community engagement and prevention and education highlights, on July 26th, Representative Boonrat Mott led a training for the Migrant Education Program at Taggart Elementary School, where he talked about PCHR's full scope of services as well as our conflict mediation program. Representative Carlos Aviles and Shanice Drinks also provide an overview of the anti-discrimination laws that our office enforces, and that was very well received. On July 31st, Representative Tiara Thompson and David Oliver conducted a youth conflict resolution training, for the Winfield Community Neighborhood Association for their summer employment and training program for teens across the city. On July 31st and August 1st, our community relations reps, as well as Deputy Director Randy Duque, joined with police in their districts for the National Night Out. National Night Out is an annual community building event that promotes community police partnerships. Okay, so to our members of the public, please be sure to follow us on social media, our Instagram, Facebook, I think Instagram and Facebook accounts to stay tuned to what the work that we're doing.
And Twitter.
And Twitter, I knew I was forgetting something. And X. Okay.
X.
Yes, in terms of conflict responses, Representative Boone Mott conducted a successful mediation in South Philadelphia between a resident and a business owner regarding an escalating conflict that was brewing on social media regarding use of shared public space. In other noteworthy events for this reporting cycle, PCHR leadership attended the annual EEOC FIPA conference in Baltimore, Maryland. This year's conference focused on advancing equity, resilience, and mental health in the workplace. Secondly, August 13th through 17th, this past week, myself at PCHR leadership and other staff members and supervisors attended the annual IORA conference in North Bethesda, Maryland. This year's conference theme was Embracing Truth and Healing, Securing Equity and Justice for All. We look forward to bringing that information to our commissioners and debriefing regarding some changes in the social justice and civil rights landscape. Upcoming events for the next reporting period, I will be a panelist on the Philadelphia Bar Association's Bench Bar Conference, September 22nd through 23rd, providing an update on employment laws and laws that are specifically enforced by the Commission on Human Relations, including the pre-hire marijuana testing, new regulations, and the changing burden for undue hardship for employers. On October 12th, myself, Deputy Director Pamela Gwaltney, and Attorney Karen Foreman will facilitate a CLE for the Philadelphia Bar Association regarding important employment law updates for Philadelphia-based employers. With
Could
that,
you just share what CLE is?
okay, yes. CLE is continuing legal education, and it's important for us to share those updates with counsel because they will ultimately be tasked with educating their clients on what they should and should not be doing, what's lawful and what's unlawful as it relates to employment. Can I share the sign up? Yes.
I'm sure many of us would love to go and hear that. And also many of us always need CLE credit. So that could be really beneficial.
Yes, it's I will forward the information out. With that said, I will turn it over to Deputy Director Randy Duque, who will provide a brief overview of the hate and bias incidents that were reported to us for this month. Randy?
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. And before I start, just again, for the record's sake, IORA is the International Association of Official Human Rights Agencies. And they have an annual conference. And as you heard, we attended an excellent conference here in the Bethesda area. Anyway, for July, we received 2 confirmed acts of hate, both racial, one anti-Black, where an African-American woman was harassed with racial slurs by a group of people after confronting them about shooting fireworks in the street. The second was an anti-white, and an unknown male threatens a person calling him whitey and saying that he's going to start a race war. Also, last month, we received 2 hate incidents that actually occurred in May. So I updated our numbers, and I'll let you know what they are in a moment. But those 2 incidents involved one racial and anti-Black, where a neighbor tossed a bucket of hot water on a downstairs neighbor who was doing work in the backyard and called her a stinking N-word. The other one was an LGBT issue LGBTQ issue, where two unknown males working in the neighborhood section of the city shouted degrading comments at a woman about her gender identity. In total, since January to the end of July, PCHR had recorded 62 incidents of hate. 59 of those are confirmed. Just in comparison, at this time last year, from January 1st to July 31st, 2022, there were 78 total reports cases, and 70 of those are confirmed. So in comparison, there's about a 21% decrease from this year to last year. However, whereas last year 90% of those reported were confirmed, 95% this year were confirmed acts of hate. So again, it's a little too hard to speculate on what's going on, but we do continue to make sure that people know how to report, and then that we see what the landscape is in the Philadelphia area, so we know how to respond appropriately. Thank you.
Thank you, Randy. With that said, that will conclude our report for the month. Are there any questions or comments? Yes, Commissioner Zulfikar.
So this is my last meeting, and so I just wanted to take a moment to thank the staff in particular at PCHR, who have just been awesome and been great to engage with, and then obviously my fellow commissioners as well. It's been a wonderful 2 years experience, and I've gained a great amount just from engaging you all, and so I will miss these sessions, but I wish you all the best, and hopefully I will cross paths. I know obviously with Sarah and probably with Regina and Shalimar, because we sit on some other things, but hopefully with the rest of you as well at some point down the line.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I'm sorry, Kia, you could go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say thank you, Commissioner Zulfikar. We really appreciate the work that you have dedicated to us for the last 2 years. We would not have been able to do some of the important work without your input. So we appreciate you, and we will miss you. But you will hopefully see some of us throughout your continued work with Rutgers.
You will be missed.
Yes.
Can I, Shamar, did you want to give a comment, or can I say a comment?
Kia literally took the words out of my mouth, so so I'll just ditto what Kia said. You'll definitely be missing. Thank you so much for the work that you contributed in the 2-year period that you've been here.
Hey, so I wanted to also echo the same. Unfortunately, we have not had an opportunity to interact with each other, just given my short time on the commission, but I wanted to acknowledge just how impressed and honored I am to have served with you. When I joined the commission, obviously I looked up everyone's LinkedIn and bio and background, and Adnan, I'm incredibly impressed with your work and what you do and the work that you're going to do. So I just wanted to say thank you for welcoming me to the commission, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what you do next.
Thank you all. I appreciate the kind words, and like I said, I'll be following along, and I'll be putting my likes on the Twitter and all those things. I'm not too savvy with the social media, but I'm trying to be. But I appreciate the kindness of your comments.
Commissioner Austin, did you have a comment? Oh, yeah, you're on mute.
Negotiate the construction. I, of course, interacted with Adnan as a student, and so I have seen him flourish as a law professor and as an important member of this committee, particularly when we had issues having to do with the Muslim community, and your contribution was really very important. So you will be missed, but thank you for your service. And I'm proud as a former professor.
Well, I appreciate that, and Regina is one of my oldest mentors, so that means a lot because I've known her since my earliest days at Penn. So,
Can I
While I am not,
real quick?
I was gonna say,
All
while
right.
I'm not Muslim, Adnan, peace be unto you, my brother. Assalamu alaikum.
wa alaikum salam. Thank you so much.
Professor Zulfikar, I didn't get a chance to take your class at Rutgers, so I was very excited to be on this commission with you this past year. It's been an honor. I might just sign back up for school just so I could take one of your classes.
Well, I was excited to see your name on here because, man, you are much younger than me, but doing amazing things and have been doing since your law school days. So I was excited to kind of get that opportunity and really excited to see where your career goes.
Same. Thank you so much.
All right. Oh, Pam.
I just want to say, Commissioner, thank you on behalf of the Compliance Unit for your thoughtful review, your detailed review of our cases, the comments that you offer that encourage us and help us as we continue to do this work. All the best to you in the future.
Thank you. And just to reiterate, you all are so thorough and professional. I mean, I honestly feel like, there wasn't much for me to comment because you guys I was just thoroughly impressed throughout. So wish you the best with all that work.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Well, it's a good place to turn it right back over to Shalimar Thomas, our chair.
I agree. A good place to end and go into our weekends. Before I close out, I did want to mention that our next meetings will take place in September. The executive session is scheduled to take place on September 8th, and the public session will be held on September 15th. Readers for the month of September are myself, along with Commissioners not Zulfikar. Oh. And Ho. Can I have a motion to adjourn? Thank you. Can I have a second? Thank you, Commissioner Thomas and Commissioner Alpert. All in favor? All right, with that, the meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone. Best of luck on everything at 9, and have a great weekend.
Have a great
Thank you.
weekend, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.